y'all, man. You guys must have had a long night. Y'all had a lot of loving going on. These two love them, okay. You guys, it was Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Got any married couples here? Any married people?
No.
No? Dating? Are you dating? Yo, I see a lot of damn couples in this motherfucker, alright? Don't tell me all I just made the fucking loud. This is bullshit. Fucking lying to a brother on stage. I'm lying to the white man, man.
We're married.
Who's married?
Me and Ken are married. That's his girlfriend, and this is my boyfriend. Now figure it
Yo,
out.
you white people are fucking crazy, man. I see this shit on TV swinging. Y'all very close friends. Her titty just popped out. Look. Man, Paul's flying. Look at it. They look great, don't they? Oh. Wow. Y'all need a couple more drinks in y'all. I like y'all. Wow. She's like, I'm married to him. He married to her. We're married. Her titty hanging out. God damn. I'm gonna get breastfed up this motherfucker. Y'all ready for the next comedian? Hey! Yo, very funny lady. Please give it up for Miss Julie Smith.
What's up? How's everybody doing? Woo! Is everyone good? Y'all in a good mood tonight? I'm not. I'm kind of pissed off. I got pulled over last night on the boulevard. Getting pulled over sucks. Am I right? It sucks. And they always want to ask you that one really annoying fucking question, and they're always like, do you know why I pulled you over? Don't fucking answer that. Even if you're sure you know why they pulled you over, because I was positive I knew I was getting pulled over. Even if you're 100% sure, don't answer the question. The officer was like, Miss Smith, you know why I pulled you over? I was like, 'cause I'm drunk. He was like, 'cause your headlights out? Son of a bitch! Again! Oh, it was awful. The worst part about it was I got pulled over by an undercover cop. Yeah. Has anybody here ever seen an undercover police car? Yeah. Doesn't that mean there's something drastically wrong with their plan? Like, whose fucking idea was it that they were like, wait, don't put any stickers on that Crown Victoria, but leave the extra spotlight, the extra headlight, the mirror, and that giant fucking antenna. Because we're going incognito with this bitch. We know. It's like if a guy came in all blues with a walkie-talkie boots and a fucking octagonal hat, and you'd be like, is that a cop? It doesn't say so. Shouldn't be. It's fucking pissed me off. But anyway, so, yeah. So Valentine's Day just passed. That sucks for me because I'm single. Yes. Being single's awesome. It's actually better for me because I've been in a lot of bad relationships. And you know you've been in a lot of bad relationships when your family and friends offer your exes by nicknames, and not like their real names. But mine are like Grey's Anatomy nicknames, like McSteamy and McDreamy and the cardiologist. Mine are like the convict and the crackhead, kleptomaniac, and the homo. Yeah, you're laughing, but those last three were all the same guy. Yeah, it was awesome. But since I've been in a lot of bad relationships, I've done a lot of breaking up. You know what the one thing I got really good at since I've been doing a lot of breaking up? Drunk dialing. Yeah, that's awesome. I think that my cell phone should come with a breathalyzer and a voice of reason. So at 2 a.m. when I'm trying to dial, she could be like, ma'am, I don't think he wants to talk to you. Like, whatever, lady, you just put him through. And then she'd be like, ma'am, even if he wanted to talk to you, I don't think now's the time to tell him that you slept with his brother. I would probably reconsider, yeah. You know what's worse than drunk dialing, though? Drunk text messaging? Yeah. Because with drunk dialing, I'd wake up in the morning and I'd check my call log and I'd be like, he didn't answer. Because I would remember that. But thanks to text messaging my outbox, I know exactly how big of an ass I made of myself. But what sucks about my phone is that if it gets too full, my outbox deletes itself. And then I have to go by my inbox and try and figure out what I said. Sometimes it's easy. It's like, fuck you, I faked it too. I'm like, oh, pretty sure I know what I said. Sometimes it's a little bit more difficult. I'm like scrolling through. There's one for my ex-boyfriend at 3:30 in the morning. And it's like, really? You never let me put it there before. Maybe I will come over. And did he come over? Because I don't think it involved putting the beer on the coffee table without a coaster. And now I'm scared. Yeah. Yeah. Being single sucks, but I think I have trouble in relationships because I had a really bad childhood. My parents were pretty mean to me. Yeah, my mom used to say things to me like, we don't have to worry about you getting kidnapped because you're really annoying and they'll just turn around and bring you right back. Laugh it up, that's great. But I think that was a risky statement because I was a fat child, and if a man in a van with a Snickers bar came up, I would have been like, well, it's king-sized. And he's going to bring me right back, so what the hell? My dad wasn't much nicer to me. He actually blamed me for being the entire reason that my family lived in poverty. Yeah, I know this because I dropped a glass once and he was like, that's why you don't have nice things! And I was like, shit, I thought we were poor. Apparently not. It didn't go over well, like in high school I got made fun of because my parents had like a 67 Chevette. I had hand-me-down clothes, holes in my shoes, and people would make fun of me and say I was poor. I'm like, we're not poor. I break shit. That's why we don't have nice things. Things are different now than when I was younger. You know, like kids are different. You have to worry about there was just a college shooting and there's high school shootings, and they actually blame the graphic violence in video games on the violence in high schools and colleges nowadays. And I disagree because I played a lot of video games as a child and I never took my pet frog to 95 and tried to make him cross. I don't think it's related. Yeah. So I don't have any kids. Does anybody in here have kids? Yeah. Yeah, I probably don't like them. Yeah. I don't like kids, and all my friends always are telling me, my friends with kids, they tell me that I should have kids, and so I found a way to get back at them. They always want to put their kid on the phone, and you can't understand shit. I don't want to talk to them. I'm like, what the hell? So this is what you do. What I've started doing is I've started cursing at them, right? Because their parents can't hear it. And if they repeat it immediately, then I'm just like, oh my God, don't ever put them on the phone. You hear what he said? I don't have to take that. But it's better if they don't repeat it immediately. Then you're shouting with your friend, well, she's telling you how great it is to have a kid, why you should have a kid. And then she's like, but it's weird because Johnny called his teacher a bitch. And I've never said that. And I'm like, you're a horrible mother. Stop telling me to have children. Jesus Christ. Carry your own. Another thing I can't stand about people with kids is when they want to tell me how old their kid is in terms of months. First of all, I didn't give a fuck how old your kid was. I was just being polite. Now you're like, he's 27 months. I'm like, 27 divided by 12? How the fuck? I didn't even care. Now I'm doing math. I don't want to do math. Now you pissed me off. He could have been in diapers with a pacifier in a fucking stroller, and you could have said he was 5. I wouldn't have questioned it. Right along. Yeah, that's just, oh, I hate it. So I get back at them when they're people that I work with. I'll just run up to them one day and I'm like, we have a meeting. It's 117 days of the year, 375 minutes into the day. I'm going to write that down. That's mandatory. And then I avoid them at all costs. When they finally catch up to me and they're like, that meeting, when was that? And I'm like, ooh, you missed it. But you have a 26-month-old, so I'm sure they'll understand. Don't worry about it. Yeah. So, yeah. So I have a new job now. It's awesome. I work for Church and Dwight. Does anybody know? Yeah, because I don't make all my money doing this. It's hard to believe. Yeah, I drink about as much as I get paid for doing these things. It's awesome. Woo! Yeah. Church and Dwight is actually in New Jersey, and they own a lot of products. They own Arm & Hammer baking soda, Crest Spin Brush, Nair, and Trojan condoms. Yeah. Yes. You know what's awkward? Getting a giant bag of condoms from your boss on your first day of work. Because you want to be excited because it's their product, but not too excited because I was almost like, sweet, I was out of that 40-pack I got on Friday. Perfect timing. But I didn't say that. But it was uncomfortable, so I just took it. But the thing is, everybody at the company is so used to dealing with condoms all the time that me walking around there with a giant bag of condoms didn't matter. So by the time I left, I was walking around like I owned the place. Nobody gave a fuck. I was carrying a giant bag of condoms. Who cares? Didn't matter. You know what's more awkward than getting a giant bag of condoms from your boss on your first day of work? Taking the train ride home with a giant bag of condoms. Yeah, because they're not used to it there. But by the time I got on the train, I wasn't even thinking anymore. I was like, ooh, my giant giant bag of condoms. I got on, I sat down, I'm looking out the window. And then this woman gets on, like high class, working mother, business dude, probably like a New York attorney, gets on, she sits next to me, and I notice that she's staring at my giant bag of condoms. And I'm like, fuck. And then I was like, Jesus, this is awkward. I should say something to make this less uncomfortable. So I'm looking at her, and she's looking at me, and then we're both looking at the giant bag of condoms. And I look back at her, and it's a bag of condoms. She looks at the bag of condoms, she looks at me. And I'm like, what can I say to make this less uncomfortable? Because I don't want to take this train ride home. But I look at her, and all that came out was, got a new job. Yeah. All right, thanks, God. Have a good night.
One more time for our new job. I love that too. You guys ready for your next comedian? Very funny guy, all the way from Atlantic City. You may have heard him on the Howard Stern show. Please, my lips got no way shit. Never heard him on the Howard Stern show. I'll call him the great radio comedy. Please give it up for Mr.